Hello, this is Wale Olatunji. This is the presentation of my Practicum 2 project. The topic of my Practicum 2 project is classification predictive models for credit card fraud detection. Credit card fraud detection is a challenging task. This is due to several features that should be examined for accurate and timely detection of credit card fraudulent transactions. It is very important that credit card companies are able to identify fraudulent credit card transactions so that customers are not charged for unauthorized transactions. Hence, the purpose of this data science practicum project is to develop a machine learning classification predictive model that can best be leveraged in credit card fraud detection. These models can be utilized by credit card companies to significantly prevent the loss of billions of dollars to credit card fraudulent transactions. These projects use cargo data sets located at this URL to achieve its objectives. It contains transactions produced by credit cards in September 2023 by European cardholders. It contains transactions that took place in 2 days, where out of over 280,000 transactions, we have 492 fraudulent transactions. This dataset contains only numerical input variables due to principal component analysis, transformation, and confidentiality issues. The dataset has 31 features, including 28 PCA transformed attributes and 2 attributes that are not transformed by PCA. The last feature of the dataset is the transaction class, and this can be fraudulent or non-fraudulent. Here we can see that data set consists of 30 numerical variables and one categorical variable. The categorical variable is the transaction class. It is important to highlight the significant contrast within the transaction class. As expected, most of the transactions are non-fraudulent, while only a very few transactions are fraudulent transactions. As can be observed from this frequency count of the transaction class attribute, here we have over 284,315 non-fraudulent transactions and 492 fraudulent transactions. These count plots provide the visual representation of this imbalanced transaction class distribution. There are no missing values in this dataset. It is worth noting that missing values will result in bias resulting from the differences between missing and complete data. Also, meaningful column names were created for time, amount, and class. Exploratory data analysis. Exploratory data analysis is the next logical step after obtaining a clean data. Here we have summary statistics and histograms were used to capture the overall viewpoint of this data set. Here we have the summary statistics for this data set. As can be noted from this slide, the maximum time in second is 172,792 seconds, and this is approximately equal to 2 days in seconds. Here we have fraudulent transaction summary statistics. The key takeaway from this slide is that the average, an average of 122 is lost to fraudulent transaction. Here we have non-fraudulent transactions, non-fraudulent transaction summary statistics. From this summary statistics, it can be noted that the average amount for non fraudulent transaction is 88.29. This provides the histogram of the dataset's attributes. This provides the distribution of the top 10 fraudulent transaction amount. This provides the distribution of the top 10 non-fraudulent transaction amount. Here we have the correlation of the data. It should be noted that there is no significant correlation among the attributes. This can be attributed to the PCA transformation of the 28 attributes. Feature selections. The feature selections is identifies the top features that enable the classification of transaction as either non-fraudulent or fraudulent. It should be noted that some classifiers do have feature importance attributes. Here we have variables 17, 14, 12, 10, and 16 as the top five features in terms of order of importance of this feature in this data set. Classification predictive models. Regression and classification are the two types of supervised machine learning algorithm. Credit card fraud detection is a binary classification problem with an imbalanced class distribution. In this project, 5 supervised classification models were constructed using Python scikit-learn library classification algorithms on this dataset. The 5 models were developed using logistic regression, decision tree, random forest, extreme gradient boosting, and KNN. Models development. The 5 models were first constructed leveraging the dataset with a single split into training and test data with a 70:30 ratio. The models were then fitted on the training dataset, and the performance of the models were evaluated utilizing the test data. Next, the 5 models were constructed with the incorporation of 5-fold cross-validation on the dataset. This requires training the same classification model 5 times, leveraging different splits each time. Again, the models were constructed utilizing both cross-validation and undersampling technique. Undersampling is basically a resampling techniques for handling imbalanced data, whereby we randomly select a number of observations from the majority class to match the number of observations in the minority class. Hence, we have a balanced data set. In this project, undersampling was performed by randomly selecting 492 observations from the non-fraudulent class to match the number of observations in the fraudulent transaction class. This provides the Gantt plot, essentially the visual representation of this undersampled transaction class distribution. Here we can see that we have a balanced data set. Lastly, the models were again constructed with both cross-validation and oversampling techniques. In this project, oversampling was performed by randomly replicating observation in fraudulent transaction class to match the number of observations in the non-fraudulent class. Here we can see the Gantt plot depicting the oversample class transaction class distribution. Again, we have Now we now have a balanced data set. Presentation of models result. Train test single split. First, it is worth noting that accuracy should not be used as the performance metric for an imbalanced data class distribution. From the result obtained for this trend test single split, it can be observed that based on precision, recall, and F1 score and precision recall AUC curve, it can be concluded that extreme graded boosting model produced the best metrics among the 5 models developed for this single train test split. Here we can see the precision recall curve produced by extreme gradient boosting model. Basically is a plot of precision on the y-axis and recall on the x-axis. It provides a visual representation of the model's performance. Also, it is worth mentioning that since we are dealing with a highly imbalanced class between non-fraudulent majority class and fraudulent minority class, it is important to use precision recall curve rather than using the ROC AUC curve. Presentation of model result for 5-fold cross validation. From the table, we can see that logistic regression model produced the best precision score, while the best recall score was produced by extreme gradient boosting, and the best F1 score was produced by random forest model. Five-fold cross validation and undersampling models result. From the result obtained, logistic regression model produced the best performance result among the five models constructed. Presentation of model result for five-fold cross validation and oversampling. It is worth noting that all the models produced their best performance result with the incorporation of both cross validation and oversampling. Both random sampling and extreme gradient boosting models produce perfect performance result. Hence, we have a tie between the two models. As can be seen from this table, both random forest model and extreme gradient boosting model produce a perfect score for accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score, and ROC curve. In conclusion, most of the transactions in the data set are non-fraudulent, while only very few transactions are fraudulent transactions. Hence, the data set has an imbalanced transaction class distribution. From the result obtained from this project, my recommended model for this critical fraud detection is balanced data leveraging both cross-validation and oversampling, with random forest model as my first choice and extreme gradient boosting model as my second choice. The Python code and the plot for this project is located at this GitHub site highlighted on this slide, and the project dataset again can be found at the Kaggle URL highlighted on this slide. Thank you.